You got 2/3 of our people that were what? Carried away by that flood of lies. Part of that flood is Caesar Borgia. What else? The Immaculate Conception. That's part of that flood. What else? That the so-called white man is the apostles. He's Jesus Christ. He's the Most High himself. He's everybody. That's all part of that flood.
Yep. And the earth.
You don't find them great men anymore. So-called white men being the so-called great men. We're all the great white people today. You know, the only thing that the so-called white man is great for is thieving, robbing, which is the same thing, murdering. You know,
and everybody's coming against you, so-called white people. All the leaders of the other nations, they're coming against you, and that's also prophesied.
Yep. Revelations 12 verse 16. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood with the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Right, an example of that is that book From Babylon to Timbuktu. That's the earth helping the woman, meaning the archaeology, the icons, what else, the history, the internet, right? The earth helped the woman. On the internet, there's all kind of information coming out, helping us prove our point.
Read this real quick. Jeremiah 8 verse 1. At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of the princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves.
Right, you know what that's talking about? Basically, in one word, archaeology, which means the study of old, all right? So the archaeology is coming out that we're the Israelites, that we're the people that dwelled during the time of Jesus, you know, and like I said, the internet plays a big part in the revival of our nation. You go back to the book of Psalms 19, that's because we that's in the know, we call it the internet scripture.
right.
Yep. Verse 2. And they shall spread, yeah. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the hosts of heaven.
Now you know what that is? That's the internet. Because what power does the internet harness to go around the world? All right? Outer space. All right? Because the signal goes into outer space and beams back down to the earth and goes all over the whole earth. Go on.
Yep. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the hosts of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered, nor be buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth.
Yep. All right. So.
Yeah, and a lot of those relics that they have of of those bones of the kings of Israel, they don't bury them. That's what it means. They shall be like dung upon the face of the earth. You know, they have them on display. That's basically what that is. That's a disgrace, man. Because when you die, you're supposed to be left. Them bones are supposed to be left in the grave.
They got like other of our people, the Bushes. They're known for being members of the Skull and Bone. And it's said that they have the skull bone of Geronimo. And you're supposed to bury Israel, man. You ain't supposed to take his bone out and have it displayed some damn where. Right. And when you read the information on that, wherever you may go, it says that that was based upon what the Bushes did. And the reason why they have that skull there is to get power from that skull, because they acknowledge that Geronimo was a powerful man, was a great man among Israel. And these devils know that we're the Israelites. They know. With all that digging that they did, they went over there to the Middle East, they went over to Africa. Just go to any major museum. Like the main museum I go to is the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. When you go up in there, they show you all the benefactors. We did a show, a thing on that. A class, a sit down on that, man. GMS at the Met. And they showed you all the benefactors. And the Kennedys was up there. The Vanderbilts was up there. Matter of fact, the Astors, the Schiffs was up there. Even Bloomberg was up there, man, when you go up the stairs.
Yep, that's right.
And the Vanderbilts, the patriot at that time, he was the one that had obelisk in Heliopolis, Egypt, brought from Egypt, an ancient obelisk brought over here to sit down there in Central Park. So why did they bring it over here? They wanted a nice piece of art? No. They believe they're devil worshippers, man. Right, that's a power spot in the earth. That's why when you go to Vatican City, you have the city set up as a big key, and you have in the middle of that circle, which represents a sun, you have right in the middle of that you have the obelisk with a cross on top. So everything these devils do, give me Isaiah 47:10. Everything that these devils do, they do it to get that spiritual connection with the spiritual demon Satan. So now they're losing their power.
You know what brings that out, Elder Char? That movie, The Ninth Gate, with Johnny Depp. In that movie, they show you how everything that these devils do, their greatest collections are collections of supposedly of books the devil wrote, because that's where they get their power from. And their whole thing is to please Satan, so that Satan can give them the benefits, because they know that the devil. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall come upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
So now we're in that time, man. That's why the gas prices hit over $4. That's why everybody's waking up to this monkey, Barack Obama. Huh? Gold is over $1,500. Silver is almost $50 an ounce. That's the reason why, and people don't even know why it's going up. It's really not going up. The value of the dollar, the American dollar, is going down, and therefore, when the American dollar goes down, which is the FRNs, the Federal Reserve notes, the whole world's currencies go down. Like the euro, supposed to be such a strong form of money or currency, that's going down too. Because the reserve currency of the planet Earth is the FRN, Federal Reserve Note. So the average idiot out here that walks up and down the street, even these idiots that go to colleges and universities and get degrees, they're still a bunch of dummies, man. You people are clueless, man. You people are clueless. And then you can't say, well, the Illuminati or the Rothschilds didn't teach us. You're supposed to search it out and figure it out. How you think we learned all this information? By searching it, being prudent. All right?
It says, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yeah, this is a message to you Edomites. And you already know that you're Edomites, man. You done made videos saying that, oh, the white man is not the Edomites, to try to debunk what we're saying. The evidence that we have in the scriptures is overwhelming. That's why when I put up Tyrone Niggums, you took it down in 2 days. Not because we were getting on Tyrone Niggums. You took it down because there was a montage of 4 so-called Jews. And the first one was a little baby with a blue yarmulke on his head, and this motherfucker was red as a damn beet, man. And then the next one was a little so-called Jew with a beanie on his head with some buck-ass teeth, man. And that's what you say, oh, well, we don't deal with racism, like we were being racist against that guy. It was them so-called Jews. See, that truth kicks you in the ass, man. That is gonna get you every damn time, man. Like when we put the series up, Esau is a white boy, something, whatever the hell it was called. I got the damn part 3, and they took that shit down, man. The whole site, right? They took the whole site down, man. Because there was a point in part 3 or part 4 where they're showing all them Edomites being hairy, and we done found pictures of hairy-ass cracker men and read the scriptures. So that kicked you in the ass, man. And that made you say, we gotta cut this, we gotta take this thing down, man. We gotta do something about it.
It says
talking about you concerned about racism. Motherfucker, you're a racist, man. If you wasn't racist, you'd pack up and leave this country, man. Go ahead.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit.
In other words, go, since you're going down, you better pray hard to the spiritual demon Satan. And you better pray hard to Hubal, which is Muhammad. Which you fighting against their people. You fighting against Hubal's people. Which are them damn Arabs. Them Arabs don't know what the hell's going on. Esau playing you like a grand piano, and the Most High playing you crackers like a grand piano, man. And everything that the fact that you over there in Libya and Syria and Egypt, only one more step, bring your ass into Iran, man. Because the Most High is setting you up.
Those are spiritual chess moves of the Most High. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
What does it mean, wherein thou have labored from thy youth? That means since the beginning. When you go back to Philip of Macedonia, he was worshiping them damn demons, man. Yep. Esau was worshiping, say, go ahead.
It said the oracle of Delphi, they used to go to them oracles. You know, them different witches, soothsayers, they used to go to them to find out what they should do in order to fight, or should they not fight. So they was deeply into that witchcraft.
That's right. Go ahead.
It says, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them.
What is it? What's going to make you stubble? The missiles. That's the thing. Give me the missile sign, somebody. Go ahead.
It says, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. Right. So that's the bottom line. So the scriptures are clear. Matter of fact, somebody give me the book of Habakkuk. The 3rd chapter, Nahum, the 3rd chapter and around the 4th verse. That's why the Lord spoke about, and that's going to be your reward, the nuclear missiles. And that's going to be your reward for all the wickedness that you've done on the earth. And the part of the wickedness that you've done on the earth is that witchcraft. You know, you have prospered greatly on the planet Earth through your witchcrafts. But now it's time for you to be brought down. America was founded by a bunch of Masons, which were nothing but a bunch of goddamn crooks that were kicked out of England by a black man. They banned them so-called founding fathers, which were nothing but crooks, from England over here to America and over to Australia. So the lowest, like you had that movie, I believe it was Geronimo, where this guy Robert Duvall said the lowest the lowest form of white man is in Texas. Well, the lowest form of white man came here to America that was kicked out of England and over there in Australia. Which overall, all of you so-called, you're all equally low, you know. You're all the devil, you know. So I read that, brother.
3rd verse, right? Yeah. All right. Nahum 3, verse 3. The horsemen lift up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses. And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
Right, it says because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. So through your witchcrafts, you have caused basically the whole earth to basically sleep with you, so to speak. That's why the scriptures say that you are that golden cup in the Most High's hand that has made all nations drunken. You have committed fornication with all these nations because they have bought them bullshit lies that you have given them. You know, through your democracy, through your Christianity, through all of your different philosophies and ideologies.
Yep. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, The mistress of witchcraft.
The mistress of witchcraft. Why did the Most High call you the mistress of witchcraft? Because a mistress is a woman.